All right, welcome everyone to Got Connections. This is a great presentation for your marketing planning. We have Rob Stutzman with Score Boston presenting today. And so as we get started, we want to go over the benefits of Score and things that we offer to make sure that you're taking advantage of all of those things. One way we share, where our goal is to share small business information. One way we do that is through our website. You can find a lot of great information on the score.org or the score.org/Boston website. You're going to find templates you can download, articles to read. On our website specifically, we have our new podcasts and blogs that we're offering. So please consider looking at the available information that's there. The other way we do that is through our workshops and webinars. We are winding down a bit for the holiday season, but we'll be in full force in January. So watch our social media, our newsletter, and check on our website for all upcoming programs. We've got some really great ones coming, truly great presenters coming in January. So please take a look at those. The other great thing that we do is our mentoring services. And our mentors are volunteers. They are donating their time to give the small business community a leg up. They come to us with a wide variety of experiences and skill sets to share with you. We work with folks that are in the, is this idea the right one for me, to really getting into the nitty gritty of planning, to those that are already in business. Perhaps they're growing, perhaps they're ready to exit their business. So we're working with the whole range of the timeline on a business. A beginning session, the mentor wants to learn about you. They want to learn about your goals and your challenges, and they're going to help you put together a plan. Oftentimes they'll bring in team members to assist as your needs change, to make sure that you're getting the information you need to be successful. Getting a mentor is very easy. There's actually multiple ways on the score.org website to do that. One is to put your zip code in, and that will match you to the chapter that's nearest you, because chapters are nationwide. And then there's a little form that pops up and it'll ask you a couple quick questions, and we're looking for the type of business you are and how we can help you at this time to help match you to the mentor that's best a skill to assist you. So today we are recording. You will find the recording probably Monday, Tuesday on the score.org/Boston website. It'll be under the local workshops on the blue bar that you'll find previously recorded. That's where where this presentation will be stored. We do like to use Q&A. It helps me keep track of the questions that have been answered and those that haven't. So if you have questions while Rob is talking, please go ahead and put those in Q&A, and we will answer those as is appropriate. Everything else you can interact through chat. That's not a problem. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that down, and I'm going to turn over the reins to Rob.
All right. Thank you very much, Teresa. Good day, everyone. I do hope that you are enjoying the holiday season and that you are full into the hustle and bustle that this time of year brings. And ultimately, we hope it's good for your business. So lots of people are out there shopping. Hopefully, they're shopping for the type of things that you have to offer. So we call this Got Connections, and it's about three platforms. The first platform is your website. The second platform is collectively what we call social media. And the third platform is email. And it's about the fact that the three are not mutually exclusive from each other, but they need to work with each other, and they need to work in conjunction with each other so that it ends up giving you a cohesive marketing plan for the communications with your prospects and clients. So I like to get to know my audience. So Teresa is going to bring up a poll of a couple of questions here. And if you would be so kind as to fill out your answers to the question. The first one is, what's your primary platform for marketing? And then the second question is, how often do you market to your clients? And while you are doing that, I'm going to give you a further introduction of myself. Um, so first of all, I've been in business for over 40 years, primarily in sales and marketing. I spent 30 years of my career with Verizon, and I was leading global teams in marketing initiatives. When I retired, I founded my own marketing consulting firm, and then I joined SCORE in Boston. And oddly enough, people ask me how I happened to join SCORE. I saw a Score commercial, believe it or not, back when I was in high school. Score is 60 years old. And I saw an ad back when I was in high school. And I said, someday when I retire, I want to volunteer for this kind of organization because it looks like they really do cool stuff. And they do. And so it's been a wonderful opportunity to work with clients as well as be the marketing and social media chair within our chapter. So I get to eat my own cooking. So as much as I'm counseling with my clients and what they should do, we need to also do the same thing within SCORE. My email address is there. I'm also on LinkedIn. I'm also on Facebook. I would love to connect with you in any way that you might need assistance. Okay, let's take a look then at what the results of the poll is. You have that for us, Teresa? Okay, got lots of answers here. The primary platform for marketing website, over or half of you answered website, which is not unusual. That's, everybody starts with a website and then moves on from there. Email, 25%. Little surprising on that front. I would have thought email would have been a little higher, but social media, 33%. Again, not not that surprising there. Texting, which is emerging and becoming more and more prevalent. People still using the good old fashioned telephone, the smile and dial, which is, as much as people have eschewed telephone for texting, now making a phone call, you actually are in the rarity. So people are more likely to pick up that phone. And then networking, certainly working with each other and working with partners to pass referrals back and forth. And then I'd be curious to just put, if you want to put in the chat, what are some of the other platforms that you use for marketing? And then our second question, which was, I market to my clients how often? And so interesting, nobody's on a daily schedule. That is a little surprising. Usually we have a couple people that do it on a daily basis, but most are doing it weekly or every few days. Others are doing it monthly. And then some of us when you find the time. And then other again, if you don't mind, if you want to put in the chat what some of those other things that you're doing out there that as far as frequency with the type of marketing you're doing. I don't know, Teresa, did we have any comments in the chat for the other?
Yeah, Google Business Listing.
Ah, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Okay, Google Business Listing. All right. Well, so we're here today to talk about online marketing. We know there's all sorts of traditional marketing that people have been doing for decades, but really what we're here today to talk about is online marketing. And a great working definition of online marketing is not only is it known as digital marketing, but it's a broad term that encompasses various strategies and techniques. And people are using it to promote their products, their services, or brands on the internet. And it involves leveraging digital channels and technologies to connect with potential customers and generate interest in what you have to offer. So it's using the digital channels to communicate your digital information to generate business with your clients out there. Businesses today, small businesses today have a few challenges. The first is attracting new customers. I need to grow my business. I'm thankful for the amount of customers I've had so far, but if I'm going to be sustainable, if I'm going to be into the future, I need to continue to attract new customers. Others are using it to market to a target audience. I may have a particular demographic that my product or service is geared towards. And so I need to make sure that my online marketing strategy is geared towards that audience. And then others are looking to convert leads to sales. And this is the ultimate goal for anybody who's in business. Everybody wants to generate sales, but it's how you get to the point and put yourself into the position of generating a sale is the important part of marketing and online marketing. It's also a very crowded market. Today, there are over 200 million active websites. And then there are over 333 billion emails that were sent last year. And there's over 2 million Facebook posts every minute. If nothing else, the World Wide Web, the internet has established itself as the place that the world resides. And there's worldwide commerce done across the network. So it's, but it makes for a very crowded environment. And how do you stick out in that crowded environment and be unique to your clients and prospects? So when you think about the three platforms, the first platform being social media, the second platform being email, and the third platform being your website, a way to think about it is what we call the party principle. Or in our situation, you might go to a networking event and you walk into the room. It's rather noisy. It's a little chaotic. People are meeting each other. They're passing business cards back and forth. That's social media. Social media, it has a lot of different information. You get fed information as opposed to going in and looking for information. You are never, as the person who's posting information, never even sure that someone sees your post unless they like it or share it or comment on it. So it's a little chaotic. It's a little noisy. But if you're not there, you're conspicuous by your absence. And so social media does have its purpose in the marketing of your products and services. The email marketing is like the after party. It's so you've met some people. There's a little bit of chemistry that you've got between them. You say, let's get together after the party. You get together. You talk a little bit more directly about what your business does and what their issues are, and to see if you have a solution for their issue. And so that's what email marketing is. It allows you to do a little bit more one-to-one communication, and you can be a little bit more forthright in selling to people over email. And then your website is like the VIP lounge. It's where you ultimately want to get people to, because that's where commerce gets done. When people make it to your website, that's where you have an opportunity to talk about what you have to offer. You also have an opportunity to hear about their issues, and then together, you can get together to talk about things and to generate commerce. And you get people away from those. Now, the social media platforms don't like me saying that because they want you to stay on their platforms. And that's why they keep bringing additional applications and features to keep people on their platforms. But as far as you're concerned, you want them to get to your website because that's where they're going to be away from all the noise. They're going to be able to talk with you very directly and one-on-one. So when you think about these three and you think about where you're at this point, take an assessment. How are you doing? And then the first question you might want to ask yourself is, my website mobile responsive? Over half the people today that are looking at websites are looking at them over mobile devices. So take a look at your website over your mobile device and see what's your experience, and is it laid out in such a way that it makes easy for people to get the information that you want them to get to. Are you sending emails and are you posting regularly? The people that are rewarded on social media and within email marketing are those that have set up a cadence and they're consistent. So if your capacity says, I really can only send a monthly newsletter and I can probably post once a week, that's fine. Just stay with it. Be regular with it, because on social media, it does a couple things for you. One, it conditions your clients out there to expect posts at different times, and you're also training the algorithms that sit behind social media platforms. And when they see, oh, this individual is posting regularly, therefore, I will push them up in the results and within the feed that people see. Um, are people taking actions that you want them to take? And anything you do, whether it be a posting on social media or whether it be a marketing over email, and even on your website, you always should have some kind of call to action. You should always be having them do something by interacting with your information. It could be something as simple as sign up for our newsletter. It could be having them take a poll or answering a question. Whatever it is, what's the call to action that you want them to take as part of your post? And then if you're on multiple social channels, is one channel performing better than others? If you find one doing significantly better than the other, you might drop the other one and stay focused on the one that you're getting the best return on your investment, from a perspective of the time and effort to create the content and post the content out on the platform. And then, are you moving people to your own channels of website, email, and social media? You want to make sure that you're using these platforms to get them to the point where they can put pen to paper, take out their credit card, if you will, and do business with you. And most likely that's going to be over your website. Um, so some best practices, bring people closer to your business. The thing today is that people really want to be nurtured. They want to get to know you, they want to know about you, and they want to feel they get to a point where they trust you. And when they're ready to trust you, then they're ready to really hear what you have to offer and what you can provide to them. And then use the right tools to communicate and engage. Review how your efforts are working together. Use social media to drive eyeballs to your website. Use your website and social media to build your email list, and use your email to disseminate information and call to action. So you begin to see how the three are starting to work together. As far as website, if you don't have a website, get one. Yeah, it really is your electronic brochure. And if people today are interacting with you and they ask you for your website and you don't have one, you are really an oddity. They're like, well, something's not right here. Everybody has a website. There's a lot of platforms out there that have either very low cost or even free web hosting that you can have, if for no other reason than just to put up a very simple page or few pages that talk about your business, much like you would do with a brochure. And then they get, certainly more involved and more intricate outside of that. But if you don't have a website, get one. Think about your call to actions. Do you have a sign up for my newsletter, or do you have a contact us? Where people can fill out a form. A lot of people, what they do today now is they put little chat windows in their websites, and so people can chat and connect with you on a live basis. And then, are you offering some kind of, if your product or service requires some type of consultation, are you providing an initial meeting free of charge to get them in discussion with you? And then on your website, do you list the social media platforms that you're on? So if you're not only on a website, but also on Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram and others, list those on your website with a link to your page on those different social media sites. And then consider adding a blog. A blog doesn't have to be an exhaustive article. A blog by its nature is just to provide some limited information about a particular topic, and then to put yourself in a position of a thought leader where they'll go, wow, I never thought about this particular thing from this particular perspective. I'm really glad I read this blog, and that suddenly you've differentiated yourself, excuse me, from your competition simply by adding a blog. Consider using email marketing platforms. MailChimp or Constant Contact or HubSpot are kind of the big three that are out there. MailChimp offers a free service, Constant Contact, a very low cost service, and HubSpot, a free service as well. And the great thing about an email marketing platform is that if you're sending out a number of emails, if you put if you put that into your blind copy of your email client and you send that out, chances are that those emails are going to end up in a spam folder because the email systems are trying to guard against unsolicited emails. And so if they see a lot of emails, addresses in a blind copy, they're going to probably move that message to a spam folder, which means it's likely your client's not even going to see your email. By using an email marketing platform, they are already abiding by the guidelines of email providers, and so chances are your email is going to get through just fine. They also provide wonderful reporting. When you send them out, they'll tell you how many people opened your email. They'll tell you how many people clicked. And if you have a call to action, like sign up for my newsletter, they'll tell you how many people clicked on that link. And they'll tell you how many people bounced, how many emails have bounced, and how many have requested to be unsubscribed. Um, so it facilitates the process and it gives you some great reporting. Think about greeting new contacts with a welcome email. If somebody signs up, you say it's for your newsletter again. Somebody signs up for your newsletter, rather than let them wait for the next newsletter, send out a quick email saying, hey, thanks for signing up. I really appreciate it. We look forward to sending you our newsletter. Here's last month's, that type of thing. It enables you to engage with new subscribers, and then consider a welcome series to start building relationships. If you plan an event, and it's a great idea to not only send an email out to uh, announce the event, but also send out another email to remind them of the event, maybe a week in advance, and then a third email sent out a day in advance. And you're not over emailing somebody when you do that. You're just very politely reminding them. And a lot of people just they don't make the decision until the last minute. So when they see that last email come in the day before, they go, "Oh, that's right. I wanted to join this event." So they'll click on it at that point. Think about including two types of emails in your strategy. One type of email might be promotional. If you have hard goods that you're selling, then you might have a sale discount, promotional discount that you offer. But then also think about non-promotional emails, because again, people want to be nurtured. They want to be get to know you, get to know your products, get to know your services, and then you really just feel like they've got some kind of a relationship with you. Um, and then with newsletters, send them on a regular schedule. Make your intro personal. A lot of email platforms today, what they do is they'll let you personalize your emails. So instead of sending out an email just kind of blankly, you could send out an email saying, "Dear so and so," blah blah blah. So it just adds an item of personalization. Keep it to three topics. People have very limited attention spans, and they'll generally read about the first three items, and then after that, they'll probably fade out. So keep it to three topics. I always want to provide just enough to have them want to come back and get more. They go, well, this is really great, but I want more. So that's going to entice them to come to your website, hopefully. And then encourage engagement on the email itself. Determine your best send frequency. Think about your audience. determine your capacity. If you determine that all I can really do is a certain amount of time and at certain days of the week or so, doesn't just stay with it. Stay with whatever schedule you've set up, and then send at least once a month. Weekly is optimal. And then for promotional emails, as we mentioned, an announcement, a reminder, and a last chance reminder. Um, List growth is customer growth, so make it part of your process. The key to email marketing is coming up with an email marketing list. And there's a variety of ways you can do it. If you happen to have a brick and mortar store, why not have uh, a sign at your checkout with the QR code on it that when they click on that QR code, they can immediately fill out and sign up for a newsletter. Maybe while you're helping a customer, you can say, would you like to sign up for a newsletter? And you can sign them up right there. And if you're at events, like little pop-up events, why not use that as an opportunity to gather people's email addresses? You can put it on print materials, and then you can also, have it online on your website, on social media, within your email signature, and also on landing pages. As far as social media is concerned, really what you want to do is you want to focus on one channel at a time. There's any number of social media channels out there, and they each kind of cater to a particular audience, which is where their strength is. Facebook being family and friends and news, Instagram being people that are looking for highly visual types of items. The same thing with Pinterest, looking for those visual tips and ideas. LinkedIn is where professional networking occurs, and so if you're providing some kind of a professional service, you want to make sure you're on LinkedIn. X, Twitter, the former Twitter, is really becoming a platform for public news. A lot of people today are using X, excuse me, to get their up to the news. And then TikTok is kind of, it's quirky video content, but people are finding they can sell over TikTok, so it's kind of a platform for selling as well. Use the social media to drive traffic to your website. Oh, excuse me. I was surprised by this statistic to see that X was at the top of driving people to websites. But then I thought about it. When I'm on X, when I click on a link, the link takes me to the article that I want to read. Well, it takes me off of Twitter. It takes me to the publication's website. So X drives traffic to the website, but so doesn't Instagram, so doesn't Facebook. As far as social media as well, spend time on the platform, drive awareness, uh, use it to provide customer service. Try and create community. People are congregating on social media, not because they want to buy things. If they want to buy things, they're probably going to go to Amazon. But people are on social media because they want to be around like-minded people or people of similar interest. And so there's a whole community element associated with social media. And if you can work yourself into those communities, you can find yourself picking up some additional clients. That can be from joining groups. You might find that there are groups out there that talk about the product or service that you have to offer. Joining those groups, getting into the information flow, contributing to them makes you known and puts you in a position again of being a thought leader with, within that space. And then, moving people to your own channels, that's, moving people to, maybe you set up your own group and you want to move people to the group that you've established. Understand the algorithms, know how and when to post. That's as simple as going to ChatGPT and asking ChatGPT, what is the latest algorithm on Facebook for 2024? And it will give you what the algorithms are, and it will give you guidance on what works and what doesn't work. And so you can use that to your advantage to shape your content in such a way that causes people to engage with your content. And if they're engaging with your content, they're engaging with you. And they're becoming, you move them down that nurture journey with them. You can amplify your efforts with ads. When it comes to return on investment as it relates to social media, people say, I feel like I just put a lot of effort into social media and I don't get a lot of return. And the return they're seeking is sales. I don't get a lot of sales from social media. You might need to change your metrics for your return on investment. If you're putting posts out there organically, non-promotional posts out there organically, thinking you're going to get a sale out of them is a bit of a stretch. What you need to be focusing on instead is, am I getting them engaged? Are they engaging with my product or service? And then, however, if you boost your post or if you take out an ad on one of the platforms, yes, at that point you want a very direct correlation between the post that you've promoted or the ad that you've placed and the sales you're getting from it. But if you're just putting regular posts out there, you might have to change your metrics as to what you would consider to be success as far as your efforts. Entice engagement, with polls and videos, and people love to answer polls. They love to answer questions. They really do like to help other people out. And videos, people today in this TikTok world we live in, gravitate towards videos. And so if you can, on any of the platforms, but certainly on your website, for instance, why not, when somebody comes to your homepage, have a video of yourself welcoming them to your website? And people say, we hope you enjoy it. Look around. I'm here to help. It just differentiates you from the other, hundreds of millions of websites that are out there. People go, wow, there's this really cool website that has a video on it. You might want to check it out. Okay, so if we look at the ecosystem then and kind of review where we're at, it's about cycling people through. You create a wow experience for them, and then you entice them to stay in touch. That's by gathering their email. You want to get them to engage, but at the same time, you're driving social visibility, you're increasing exposure, and you're connecting with new prospects. So websites and email, social media should not be viewed as individual initiatives, but a cohesive strategy that engages the prospective client and motivates them to deeper levels of connection. So some next steps for you. So your homework coming out of today's webinar is to assess your online marketing strategy, to build your email list by asking for emails, focus on one social media platform and become an expert of that particular platform. And then use social media to drive traffic to your website. Use your website to gather emails, and use your email platform to target prospects and clients. And above all, nurture, nurture, nurture. And I think you will find that if you really view these as cohesive and not exclusive of one another, you're going to find that people are going to gravitate to your content. So with that, Teresa, do we have any questions?
Oh, wait, one just popped up. Hold on. As it related to email marketing, do you suggest we outsource technical support via Fiverr or Upwork if we are having a hard time setting up an email funnel? Is that what it's called?
Oh, excuse me. Well, it depends on your propensity to want to learn the technical side of the business. All of the email platforms that I mentioned are, really very intuitive, and they've all got support as part of their package, particularly if you're using their paid version. Um, and they can walk you through setting up your email marketing in such a way that you can gather responses and then move that response down a sales funnel for you. But if you're not wanting to do that, then certainly bringing a freelancer in through Fiverr or one of the others can be a good alternative.
Can you go back to the previous slide? That's the one he's looking for. Okay. I don't have any other questions. We'll give it a few seconds if anyone's typing a question in. You can put it into chat or Q&A, and we can get those questions answered for you. Apparently you did a really good job, Rob.
Thank you. Well, yes, we're here at any time. By all means, feel free to send me an email, and we're happy to help out.
Okay, well, I do not see any questions, so I guess we will go ahead and wrap things up. Thanks, Rob, for sharing all this great information, and thank you all for joining us. Again, like I said at the beginning, the presentation will be posted on the score.org/Boston website. On the blue bar under local workshops, you'll find previously recorded. All right, thanks everyone. Have a great weekend.